Am I okay? Everything okay? Nothing. Little info there, and then we'll come to it. If you need to say anything, other than that, just look at it and talk. All right, y'all. Good morning. Welcome into another edition of y'all know what time it is. It's just the corner parlor. I'm at right now, but this is Thoughtful Conversation with your boy Joe Lockett. How y'all doing this morning? A lot of things is happening in the world today, right? We got the government shutdown going on. Matter of fact, first and foremost, y'all, did y'all grab your coffee first? Mine is coming out. They're making mine right now. But as you grab your coffee, as you're sitting at work today, you may be sitting in your car listening to me, or you may be in the bed still. Hey, if you're laying in the bed, get your butt up. You know what I'm saying? Grab your coffee and listen to your boy. But wherever you listen to me at, I know there's a lot going on in the world, right? The government is shut down. It's not beneficial. We don't know whether we're going to get them or not. They're saying that the agriculture said let it go, but they're saying there's going to be a lot of red tape. As I told you guys last week, right? We did a soft lunch of the Couple Joe virtual campaign, right? It's going to be out there in the comments. You guys can go ahead and donate $7 for a woman. And what we're doing monthly right now, we want to do it weekly, but we're working on monthly right now. We gave $100 last week to Zenobia for because she lost her job. So if you donate right now to the link that you see in the comments there, go ahead and donate $7, and we're working to. And we are getting a lot of you guys, ladies, you sending your stories on first love you first. So thank you so much for that. Make sure you go out on social media sites, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Love you first. It's the page you need to go to. I know a lot of you don't want your stories out there, so just inbox your stories there. My team looks at the stories, and we'll go through the stories, and we will pick someone to get another $100. And hopefully, like I said, if we get enough donations in, we can start doing this thing weekly. It's a national campaign. We're launching it slowly, so it's going out there. So if you donate or can't donate, tag people who may need it. And also, if you can donate, people who may want to donate just a virtual cup of coffee, $7. Go ahead and donate $7 to the pages, right? And all the money goes back. Let me break this down how to go to money. I don't want to problem. Okay, it's $7. Okay, so what we do, we give back $6 to the people. Okay, and the $7 is to cover y'all taxes that goes to PayPal. Okay, y'all know whatever that is, it's to cover the taxes. So we're getting none of the money. Okay, all the money is going to the ladies that we want to help out. Because that's the goal of the virtual couple show. My goal is God has blessed me, so I don't need to take y'all money and try to scam y'all. That's not what we do here at Coffee Conversation. If anybody know me, I stay locked in. I ain't trying to get locked up. All right. With that being said, y'all, a lot of elections have been going on. If you guys been looking right now, last night we had a big election. Seemed like the Democrats undid their thing across the board in the government race. But right here in Birmingham, Alabama, we've had some races. Things were shaking, if y'all know, mayoral races, city council races was going on, right? And I'm fortunate enough that we have people that want to come onto the show, and I can get in touch with some of the folks. This lady here, you know what I'm saying? She ran for an office. Y'all heard that right. Y'all know a couple of conversations about ladies for me, right? This young lady, woman, extraordinaire, ran for an office. And from what I'm told, was not easy. See, politics is all about mostly me, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do it the way we want to go do it. And women are really not supposed to win. Think about it. You had, Hillary Clinton? She didn't win. Kamala Harris. She didn't win at the highest level. The only way you was able to get a woman into office, let me be clear, the only way you was able to get a woman into office is that you had to get a man to put a woman into office, which is Joe Biden. He elected and picked Kamala Harris. Y'all didn't. Think about the highest land, the highest office in one, of the highest office in the land. A woman couldn't get elected by the people. A man had to put her in office. Aren't y'all tired of that? Well, here in Birmingham, Alabama, we ain't have to go do that. Joe Biden didn't have to come to Birmingham, Alabama. Because you know what? Tracie, well, let me make sure I'm correct. Mayor Tracie Threadford, okay, is now the mayor of Tarrant. Welcome to Coffees and Conversations.
Hi, Joe. Thank you for having me.
Welcome, Mayor. I'm glad to have you. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Still riding that high.
Still riding high?
Yes.
How does it feel to be mayor now?
I'm excited.
Okay.
It feels, it's an accomplishment, and I'm very proud of myself. So it feels really good to serve the city.
Okay, so it's so much I want to get into with this conversation with you today about. Now, when did you start thinking about, okay, I'm going to run for the mayor of Tarrant?
Back in 2019.
2019.
Actually,
Okay.
I started going to council meeting. There were some things that I saw in my community that I didn't like. And I said, I really think I can make a difference. So I listened to a couple of naysayers for saying, well, you should just run for council. Don't run for mayor, run for council. So I ran for the District 2 council seat. I reside in District 2. I won that. But I still had my sights on that mayor seat. And the one that was elected in the 2020 election, a lot of things began to happen in the community that the community was not proud of and was kind of, as the years roll by, we're just really tired of the antics. And so I said, let me throw my hat in the ring because I can't do it worse. So let me throw my hat in the ring and let me serve the people the way they need to be served.
Okay, man, I got to ask you a couple of questions. You said a lot there in this moment. So you was the city council, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you advise people before they become a run for mayor to work in the city council? Before you try to get into politics, but did you have any kind of handling before you went for city council, knowing anything about politics, how to run how to be a councilor?
I didn't have per se guidance on it. My mother was very active in our community. Growing up in East Thomas, she was secretary of the East Thomas neighborhood. So I grew up in the William Bell, Jeff Germany era. So I had attended different council meetings as a child, but I was a kid. I didn't really know, this is how you be a council person. I knew that there was a level of professionalism. So I began to research. I'm a researcher. So I began to research. These are the things that you can do. I immersed myself in my position, but I was sidetracked because of all the animosity going on. I was thrown into the ring, basically, help us, do what you can do. I was the pro tem. So
you was what?
The pro tem, meaning he was the mayor, but I was the mayor pro tem.
Okay.
So if he didn't do right, I would have to do it. Okay. And that is kind of how I got my feet wet. Okay. I have relied a lot on our city attorney. I relied a lot on the League of Municipalities. We also had a council attorney that I relied a lot on to help make those decisions. But I really entered just because I wanted to fix the city. I wanted to clean up. I wanted downtown to be refurbished. And it went a totally different direction. And now here we are.
How does it feel, Mayor, to be the second woman in Tarrant to hold that position? The second one.
Following behind the mayor we've had was I'm following him. She was the first woman, Mayor Tuck.
Right.
Those are some big shoes to fill. Mayor Tuck did a phenomenal job in the city of Tarrant. If I can be half the mayor she was, just half, I think I will have done exactly.
Oh, wow.
She served our community 20 plus years.
Yeah.
A lot of years. Yeah. I attended her funeral. She was very well respected and very highly thought of.
Did she have any influence or ever tell you that you should run for mayor one day?
She did not. She and I didn't have that type of relationship. She encouraged me to run for city council when I talked to her about it. But we never talked about the mayor's position. We talked about city council.
When she passed away, that's when you was like, okay, maybe I should. You start getting that itch a little bit?
I did. I think she did a phenomenal job, like I say, and I saw what we were going through as a city. I was listening to the residents. You see the mess on Facebook. You see it all.
We're going to get into a little bit of that. But before we get into the mess, because we're going to do a lot of mess on coffee. Y'all enjoy that coffee? Y'all enjoy the conversation? We got the one and only. She's in the building, the second mayor of Tarrant, Tracie Threadford in the building, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all locking in. Don't go nowhere. Share this out with the people, okay? Let me get back to this beautiful mayor over here.
Thank you.
Mayor. So let's talk about your family.
Okay.
Okay. How many kids do you have?
We are a blended family. I have 8, 5 biological, and 3 were brought into the marriage.
Okay. Okay. And husband? Phenomenal. Oh, you lighten up right there. You smile. Look, what did he do to you last night? I'm just saying. Okay.
If you know me, then
Okay.
you know I love my husband, William Threadford. That's Big Daddy. I love him.
Wait a minute. What you call him?
Big Daddy.
Okay.
We've been married 32 years.
Okay.
We just celebrated our 32nd wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I love him.
Mhm.
He's originally from Tarrant. So
Mhm.
that's how I'm an implant, and that's how I became affiliated with Tarrant.
Okay.
And I'm so excited to serve him and this.
Mhm.
I just don't know what to do.
How supportive was he when you told him that you was about to run for mayor?
If I told him I was going to run for president, he'd be like, okay, do it. My husband is extremely supportive. I think if I told him that I was going to walk in outer space, he'd think, you could do it. No matter what I tell him I want to do, he always encourages me. He pushes me, even when I want to give up. He is always, girl, go. You can do this. Don't play it to that. Come on, he is so supportive. I'm like, are you a real human being? Because you just don't find that often. He doesn't mind allowing me to do me. Because at the end of the day, he knows he's gonna have a hot meal. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna clean.
Even though you're the mayor.
Even though I'm the mayor, because he won't get me a housekeeper, so I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna clean and I'm gonna wash his clothes.
Okay. Okay. How was your kids feeling about when you told them that? Okay, your mom, because I know you had to have that family meeting.
We did.
Okay, and you told everybody, okay, I am thinking about running for mayor.
They were excited. They all of our children, except maybe 1 or 2, graduated from Tarrant. They went through the school system. We even had grandchildren in the school system. So everybody was excited. They all pulled together and worked. They volunteered on the campaign. The younger ones, I have like younger grandkids. One of them he just turned 3 Monday on the day of the swearing. And even he would come out and just be cute. Okay. So I had my brother-in-laws come out, my sisters, my entire family supported me in this run.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is so. When you got ready to run, right? I got to get into your mind a little bit, Mayor, if you don't mind me asking.
Go ahead.
What kind of preparation you had to do mentally, knowing that you was getting ready to go into this race and knowing that, okay, this is different than city council. This is a whole nother level. You're stepping up to the big boys now, right? And so the scrutiny that you're going to have to go through, what were some of your preparations? Who were some of the people that was mentoring you before you got into the race and you've seen the heaviness? Who were some of the people who were mentoring you and getting you ready for this?
I had the most phenomenal campaign manager. She had run other campaigns, and I don't think she gave me the full skinny, but she prepared me.
She didn't want to scare you off?
I don't think she wanted to scare me off. She reined me in a couple times because, I don't know, I was ready. I don't say I was ready to give up, but I was ready to fight, but it wasn't the fight that she wanted me to fight. So it took a lot of, she made me fast. She's the first lady. She made me fast. I'm like, girl, I got to have my coffee on Monday mornings. And no, you got to fast. I said, when I'm going to eat my omelet? Because by 12 o'clock, I'm not going to be hungry.
Right.
I mean, she really put me through the ringer, but it was all in love. And she prepared me as much as she could. She made me do luncheons. She's sitting over there looking. She made me talk. She made me do speeches. I'm like, I don't want to talk. I just want to work. And she's the reason why I'm sitting here today, because I'm actually very introverted and shy. I will put my head down and do the work, and I don't like a lot of recognition. I don't like all that rah-rah. And she would make me talk. She would make me give speeches. She would make me practice the speeches, because when we first started, I was very shy. My voice was so. But now I've heard from several people, girl, you commanded that room Monday night. I've grown. She stretched me, but I'm tired of stretching. But I love her, and I'm thankful for the first lady. Right?
For the people who watching this show, her campaign manager is sitting in the audience.
She said she's stretching me. She's watching me grow.
And I just saw her do something like this here. She's gonna stretch you some more.
She is.
Well, that's good though. So you had your campaign manager there. What about spiritual?
She's the first lady.
Right.
Her husband is the pastor.
Okay.
He prayed and talked to me and gave me guidance. Sometimes I listen. Sometimes like, okay, I'm gonna let the devil take over. I'm gonna let him take over, and I'm gonna be mad today, but tomorrow I'm gonna take his advice. So some days I sit and I stewed in my anger, but then I remember, these are the words that were spoken to me. I can rise above this. I can. This is just nothing. Rise above.
Running for mayor. How many days does it take, or months does it take to run for a office like that?
Before the announcement or after?
After the announcement.
After announcement. Okay. I announced on March 17th. That's my birthday. I was born on St. Patrick's Day. So from March 17th to September 23rd, that was the runoff. That's what, about 9 months?
So you gave birth.
I gave birth.
Wow.
I birthed this.
That's what it sounds like, because wow, 9 months. So what goes into running for mayor?
A lot. It's heavy.
Right.
A lot of things, I didn't ever think it was a cakewalk, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that either.
Right.
Every other day they're putting out something negative, they're doing this. You got to make a statement. I'm like, look, people gonna think what they gonna think. I don't care.
Right.
But you got to make a statement. You got to. So
Why
it's a
did you
lot.
have to make a statement? Why did they think it was important for you to make a statement?
I think she just wanted to stretch me and make me grow. No, some things deserve the attention.
Right.
And they deserve to be addressed. And to show people I am accountable for things that I've done. I am accountable. So if I'm accountable for my own self, I can be accountable to the residents of this city. Don't look at what I've done. Look at what I can do. And I think a lot of the time when we were running the luncheons we hosted with business owners, with the elderly, it was put out on Facebook. Nobody's at her luncheons. Well, because you can't see who's there. Because you're not invited doesn't mean no one was there. Actually, it was a lot of people there.
So let's go here, because knowing about a little bit about your election, it was an election that had a lot of mudslinging that was going on. Now, for people who watching and that live in Tarrant, you know some of the stuff. I heard about some of it, but I learned about some more of it today. Before I get into what the mudslinging was, how did you handle it when you first heard it? And then how did your family handle it when it started to affect them?
I have a daughter. I'm gonna call her name too because I love her so much. Tiara. Tiara is my oldest child. She's 38, about to be 39.
Okay.
She is one of the most, I don't care. It's people that you're gonna meet. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care if she likes to wear short skirts. She's a pretty girl. She's my daughter. She's pretty, of course. She didn't care if they talked about her. They called her all out of her name, and she's been to this and she's done that. Tiara walked through the city of Tarrant like, and so what? And I love that about her. I love that about my child. All of my children like that. I'm the one that's worried about, Mama, don't worry about that. Let it go. Do what you need to do. So some of the statements were made. The mud was slung.
Right.
When I say slung, it was slung. So I had to address some things. But looking at my child and looking at her on Monday night, she still had her short skirt on. She still had those legs out, and she still didn't care what people say.
Let me ask you this question. I love that. So when they were slinging mud, did you slinging the mud back?
I absolutely did not, because that was not my platform. My platform, you can say what you want about me, but my platform was about serving the citizens. I don't care what I did 20 years ago. I don't care what I did 5 years ago. I am here to serve. And they talked about Jesus. Every hero in the Bible had passed. So if you want to hold something against me that I did 30, 35, 40 years ago, then you're missing out on a great leader. But I promise, if you give me a chance, I won't let you down.
So you went through the campaign for 9 months. Was there any point in time, I think you already alluded to, but did you just like, man, I don't want to do this no more? Did you come close to quitting?
I did. I honestly came close to quitting, and it was when my husband got ill. Big Daddy got sick. Big Daddy had a heart attack. Big Daddy had to have a stent. He had the stent, came home, went back to work, and got sick again. This time, he was circling the drain.
Wow.
I'm not knocking on a door. I'm not making a phone call. I'm not putting out a sign. I'm here with my husband.
Right.
He fortunately made it through.
Mm-hmm.
But those were the times I never wanted to quit because of what somebody said. I'm a wife before I'm anything else.
Right.
God first, then my spouse.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is going to hinder me from doing my wifely duty, because I made a vow, now I'm going to see about this man. I told his mother on her deathbed, he's the baby. I got your baby boy. Till either he take his last breath or I take mine.
Right.
That was the only time I ever thought about quitting. Because you can talk about me all day, but when it came to him, his health, I told him.
It was never about the campaign.
It was never about the campaign. It was about him.
Gotcha.
I would have thrown it all away because without him, I didn't want it anyway.
That's yeah, I understand that. So you made it through. Big Daddy's okay now.
Yeah, he's fine now.
All right.
He held the Bible Monday night for me, so he's fine.
My man. And I see the smile, like I said, the glow that he puts on your face, right? Just to him, he's not here today, but just to see you smiling about, okay, Big Daddy.
He's gonna watch later. He's at work right now.
He found a way to watch this. He found a way to watch.
He better be watching that road. He driving on the truck right now.
He listening. He got it in his ear.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you did your 9 months. It was coming close. People were saying things. Did you think, you and your team, that you had a chance to win, or did you think you was going to win?
I knew I was going to win.
Oh, you knew?
I always bet on Tracie. I'm all I got. If at the end of the day, Big Daddy's not here, my children are gone, I'm all I got. And if I don't do it for me, I don't know who will. There were days when I felt I didn't doubt that I would win, but I just doubted, was my message clear enough? What were the people understanding what I was saying? But I never doubted that I could win. I've overcome a lot. My message was, let's clean Tarrant up, let's rebrand, let's bring businesses, let's tear down these houses, the abandoned houses and properties. If we can salvage any of them, let's have a land bank, let's turn Tarrant around. That's our message. Reimagine what Tarrant can be. Reimagine it. The Tarrant of today, this is what we have, but let's focus on the Tarrant of tomorrow. What do we want? Let's innovate.
Wow. I'm getting some hairs coming up on my head, and I'm bald headed. Hey, where's my coffee? I don't have my coffee.
I don't know, but I'm gonna take a sip.
My producer, make sure I get my coffee because I need my butterscotch coffee. And
it's delicious. I got the same one.
Don't do that to me.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that to me. Don't be trying to embarrass me on this podcast, Mayor. I know you're the mayor. Okay, I know that. I gotta respect you. Okay, but don't try to embarrass me on my own platform.
Yes,
Mayor.
I'm sorry.
She got her coffee. They gave the mayor her coffee. They didn't give me my coffee. The mayor comes in and get coffee on my shelf, but they don't bring me my coffee. How appropriate is that, America? So, Mayor, did you? Okay, we heard about something bad. I want to ask you this: did you have fun at any point in time on the campaign?
I actually did.
Okay, tell me some of the fun times.
We had people come out and bring horses. We would do different events. We did an Easter egg hunt. We had horses at the Easter egg hunt for the children to ride. That was fun. Knocking on doors really wasn't bad. It was actually nice meeting the people, talking to people, laughing. I developed relationships. I'm about genuine relationships, connections. We all had a common goal, a shared vision. And to meet those people, to be able to pick up the phone now and say, hey, okay, I'm in there. We talked about you doing this, that, and the third. Are you ready? And they're like, yeah, sure, we're ready. Come on, let's get to work. So I had a lot of fun. We did food box giveaways. We had horses come out for one of those. It was catered to a specific demographic. We had the horses come out. It was actually High Five Birmingham that came out.
Okay.
We did the red carpet event we give high fives on the first day of school with all the kids. We have our own school system. We have 3 schools. So we had each council person we had 2 at each school. I did the middle school. And it was just really fun to see the kids and knowing some of these children are children of children that went to school with my children. I'm like, girl, I know your mama. Tell your mama I said, hey, tell she better vote for me. Tell your mama. Those things were fun. And they were like, we saw this lady. She said, we know you. Like, yeah, we know her. That's Miss Tracie. We know her. So all in all, if I had to the way the good against the bad, the good definitely outweighed the bad. And even if I had not have won, I met some really cool, genuine people. And I think that we all still could work in our community together.
Okay, so I want to get away from the negative part. What did you learn on this campaign?
I learned that I'm stronger than I ever thought. I learned that about myself. I learned that our city is more connected than it is divided. I learned that there are people that genuinely have Tarrant at heart, and they absolutely want to see Tarrant grow, and they're willing to work to make it grow.
Thank
It's
you.
your coffee.
There it is. All right, thank you. When you was out talking with your constituents, tell me one of the interesting stories that you had when you was out there. I know it's few, but I know it's one that touched you.
One guy, I don't call his name,
Right.
because we don't want to get anybody angry, but he actually works for the city of Homewood. He's in my district. Okay. And when I won for city council, he told me, he said, "You ain't gonna win." I said, "Oh, okay." You don't know me. So I knocked on his door. Actually, I had to call him about something else. And I said, "You don't remember me, do you?" He said, "Yes, ma'am, I remember you." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, I did win." He said, "Well, I see." I said, "Well, you know, I'm running for mayor, so I need your and your wife's support." He said, "Well, come around here." So I went around there and we talked. And he was looking. I said, "Do you remember what you told me?" And he said, "No, what did I tell you?" I said, "You told me I wasn't going to win city council."
He remembered.
He remembered. I know he did. I said, "Well, I didn't listen to you. I'm glad I didn't." He said, "Well, you ain't gonna win me." I told you. I said, "Say it so I can win." So that was I made really good friends.
Right.
Another young lady was running for my seat. I was District 2, and so of course my seat had to be replaced. And her family. One funny thing, she has a son. He is so funny. We were sitting there on election day, and her tent was next to my tent, and our kids were telling jokes and stuff. And this young man actually clapped his feet. So it was just things like that stuck out. Things, then the different genuine friendships and relationships. People talking about, "Hey, I hear gunshots every night. Can you help with that?" We have, raving and shots fired and things like that. But to genuinely hear people that really care about the community, that's what touched me the most.
Wow.
People genuinely, you look at it and people don't care. 400, and some people cared enough. Actually, I told the 600, I got 400 something, cared enough about their community to want progress. And that's what I learned on that campaign. That's what stood out the most.
So you was running, you was talking to folks, family behind you, you got your spiritual advisors on your side. Who turned out for you?
Women. Women turned out for me.
Wow.
Women. We did that. Women turned out.
Why do you think it was just the women, not the men so much?
Well, men turned out too, but the women.
But I'm just saying, but
the women, they didn't like how I was treated. They did not like how I was treated on that campaign. They didn't like the mudslinging, the constant bullying, different pamphlets put out in the neighborhood. They didn't like it. They walked up to me and said, "You know what? I wasn't going to even come vote. But when I saw that pamphlet that he put out about you, I most definitely had to come and support you." Well, those women turned out in droves.
I'm sipping my coffee because I'm about to go into a little radio Joe Lockett mode here for a second. Because I looked at your numbers. Okay. And I looked at the people who were voting for you. America, make sure y'all sip your coffee too. Oh. Okay. Because it was the women, yes. But as I look at your number now, Tarrant, for people who don't know in Birmingham, Alabama, Tarrant is mostly predominantly Black.
That's correct.
Okay. I don't know what your opponent did, but the white folks showed up for you too.
They did.
Okay.
They did.
Okay.
They did.
I don't know what your opponent said or did not do, but the white folks showed up for you too. And a lot of times they don't be voting them. The Birmingham election, but your numbers, okay. Man, listen, fellas, if y'all ain't learned anything, man, y'all better leave women alone.
We're tough. We're resilient.
Women will take a lot, but if they feel that you done went too far on certain issues, they will turn against you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one thing I would say as a man, and I'm saying this as a man, what we don't learn is when a woman leaves you, she left you months prior to, bro. Right? So you said it was 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
I think your opponent, I don't know him personally, but I think he didn't realize that the women had left him prior to because some of the things he was doing, he thought he still had them in the bag.
That's
but come
good.
to find out, either they didn't show up for him or they showed up for you.
That's
because
good.
your numbers was over six, I think like 600 people.
It was a total of 600. I don't have the exact,
But
but I had 64%, which equaled up to 400.
Exactly.
Was it 21, 421,
Yeah.
422?
So you got majority. Let's just say this: you got majority of the vote. Okay, from an incumbent. So again, we cannot go off of mudslinging and think that that's actually going to win a race when it's not solidified. And again, I don't know your history. I don't care about your history. You're the mayor now. Okay, I don't care about his history. But I think
because he's not the mayor now.
He's
okay. I'm petty. Thank you. I'm back.
Mayor.
Yes, sir.
We out of campaign mode.
Oh, okay. My bad. I had to be a little petty.
But I understand the frustrations because a lot of times, you can't say the things you want to say because you're running for the office and you have to keep it tight. You have to keep it, keep it close to the cup. Thank God for your campaign manager.
Thank God. Sometimes I'm a loose cannon.
After this show, I wanted to sit down and talk to her. How many notes and how many times did you have to send up? Well, what she meant was.
Or you can't say that.
Is your campaign manager going to be your press secretary?
If she want to be.
Because that's what it sounds like she is.
She keep me in line.
Again, that's what it sounds like she is. I think just meet her just a little while ago. I think she's going to be. I think she'll be great. I'm just throwing a name in the hat. Put a name.
Throwing a name in. Okay. We'll consider her.
But here's the other thing I want to talk to you about. There are a lot of little girls, little Tracies, running around Birmingham, Alabama, around the world, right? People watching the show everywhere. What would you say to the little girls who got in trouble, been sent to alternative school, probably even, did some things they shouldn't have done, had a child, whatever the case may have been. But then they, find a way to get back in school, straighten their life up, get with a good guy, change their life. What would you say to that little girl when someone tell her she cannot do it because? Let me say that again. You can't do this because of your past. What would you say to that little girl?
You better do it because of your past. You better get out there and I got naysayers in my own family. Oh, you'll never do this. You'll never do it. Oh, okay. That's fine. Do it because of. Don't do it because you do it because. Do it because you have a child, because you want to show that child. Do it because you got in trouble, because you want to show people you can turn your life around. Do it afraid.
Were you afraid?
God, yes, I was afraid. This is the literal, besides being a wife and mother, that comes natural. This is literally one of the biggest undertakings. I would put that number one. Second would be my PhD. These are two of the biggest things that are going on in my life. And if somebody tells you you can't, that's always been fuel for me. Oh, I can't? Because I had a child at 16. My child will be 39 in February. Look at me now. I can't.
Go ahead, Mary.
Because I got a GED. I can still get a PhD. That means I've gotten my associates, bachelor's, and master's. I'm almost a year and a half into my PhD program. Don't you ever, I'm gonna look at this camera and tell these little girls. I'm gonna tell you all like I tell my granddaughters, all of my grandchildren, but especially my granddaughters. Don't you ever let anybody dim your light. Don't you ever let anybody tell you what you can't do and why you can't do it, because you can do anything that you put your mind to, and don't you ever be ashamed of anything that you've done that you had to overcome to get where you are today, because that's your story. Your story and your voice are powerful. And I'm saying that because I'm living that, and I never thought I would. But
And that's from Mayor.
That's from the mayor, baby. You can stamp that.
I'm gonna go ahead and click a coffee on that one right there. I like that. I like that. Let's take the conversation here.
Okay.
During the election, after the election, before the election. How close were you? How close did you get to God during that time?
It's like he was right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, he's here.
Mm-hmm.
I already have a relationship with him. I'm like, God, why are you letting these people do this to me?
Right.
Why are you letting them bully me like this?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I know I'm not the most, I know I'm not perfect by now, but not why. And God said, but why not you? Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
And I shut up and I just took it. I fasted. I tell you, my campaign manager, she made me fast on Mondays and Tuesdays. Lord God Almighty. Ooh, and then she told me this past Monday, you got to fast before you. I was like, mate, nah, I got to have my coffee. I got to. But in fasting and praying, it took it to a different level. You're not doing this
explain
for
to
you.
me. Like beavis and butthead. I don't get the fasting. What the fasting got to do with me talking to God?
I don't think it really had a lot to do per se with talking to him. I can talk to him on full stomach.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I can talk to him, but it gave me clarity.
Well, where did clarity come in when I'm hungry?
Well, I wasn't hungry. It was the coffee. You keep the food out the coffee. And I'd be so frustrated. I was like, Lord, quicken me. But are you ready for this position? Because there's going to be times in this position that you're not going to be able to get up and get that cup of coffee. It's going to be times when you're not going to be able to get that omelet in the morning.
So it's fasting taking away something that you like or you just don't eat? Because the fast to me means you don't eat. For me.
What I chose to fast for and pray, like every morning, I got to have a cup of coffee and I got to have my breakfast. I'm going to eat my breakfast every single morning. Those are things, and the rest of the day is, from there. So the things that I relied on the most to get the most out of my day, those are the things that I said, I'm going to give those up now. Okay,
so so basically you were just kind of depriving yourself of the things that
pleasures.
Okay. Because when you usually talking about fast, I'm like, man, you're talking about just juicing and stuff. I'm like, man,
no, but I do drink juice or something like that. But I didn't even lose a pound. I did all that fast. It showed God that I'm spirit.
Did you pray more?
Absolutely. I had to pray for my opponent. I had to pray for my sanity. I had to pray for my mouth.
Let's go here. I ask this question a lot on my show. When people talk to God, right? I know that me, myself personally, when I talk to God, I hear different, he talks to me in different ways. And I always come back to the point when I'm talking to my guests, because I'm very curious about this. And I'm like you, Mayor. I'm not the person to like sit on the morning bench and know every Bible verse. Sorry, Pastor. God's still working on me, okay? I'm a heathen at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't Bible thump, you know what I'm saying? I still think my name is in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't real my name, So, but I want to ask you this. How does God speak to you? Is it in a woman's voice, a man's voice, a feeling? Do you see him as a light or urge? How does he speak to you?
Sometimes, I question myself on this. Sometimes he speaks to me in my own voice. It's a quickening. Like, oh, now, girl, you know better. I'm like, that ain't nothing but God, because I was about to light you up. Or maybe, like I was really, really close to my grandmother. She's been dead. She died when I was 15. She's been dead a very long time. And things will remind me of her, like something she said or something she instilled in me. I'm like, God, no, I needed to remember that. Or even like my youngest grandson, his name is Adonis, but I call him Pootie Rudy. And he'll come and say, Nana, I love you, Nanny. And that's, I didn't ask for that. I didn't walk up. Of course, I do tell him I love him. But he walked up to me. God knew I needed some love right there. Right. So he doesn't per se speak to me in this voice or that voice. It's more or less a quickening or something may happen. First lady tell me something I need to hear. I'm like, okay, God, I hear you. Right. It's things like that. And a lot of people say, well, I don't never hear God speak. It's because you're not listening, you're not present, you're not aware.
I'm gonna ask the pastor this after the show, but like you said, how do you know it's God? I mean, I understand it now, and it took me a long time to get there. Still working on it too, but I get it now. And I want to ask you this, something personal for me. Do you believe, because I believe this, that God puts me through things so he can get me ready for what I asked him for? I believe he has to take something. For me, he takes something very important for me to get my attention, right? And so when it's given to me, I know I couldn't have did it by myself, right? Because I think that I can do everything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I put my mind to, I think I can go do it, right? I can go study, I can go work hard, I can go train hard. I can do. Listen, I'm Joe Lockett. I'm locked in. I can do whatever what I'm gonna do. But I learned when you ask God for big stuff, He's gonna take something real big, and they're gonna hurt. And He's not doing it to be malicious. He's doing it to get it for me. And I'm gonna ask Pastor, because maybe I may be wrong, Pastor. I don't know, but I think He does it because when I do, He do give me what I ask for. He want me to know that it wasn't you, bro. Yeah, me. What do you think about that?
I call that being tried by the fire. I know I couldn't have done this where I know I couldn't have. In my own steed, nothing. I can't. This literally was God's victory. He took my mess and gave me a message. He took all my mistakes, bottled them up, showed me favor, and gave me grace. I was tried by the fire. When I was out there doing the things that I was doing, I didn't think about being a mayor. It wasn't even social media back then. I'm like, kiki kaka, I'm having fun. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm 20, you can't tell me nothing.
Right.
I wasn't embarrassed about the things I did.
Right.
I wasn't ashamed because I did them.
Right.
And I had fun doing it.
Right.
But to look at me now, that is nothing but God.
Gotcha.
And when people say, but God, but God. I'm not a Bible thumper either. Sometimes, I mess with First Lady and Pastor until I'm going to Bedside Baptist today.
Ooh, that was my favorite word right there. I'm at Bedside Baptist. You know what I'm saying?
I got it in. I read. I'm not going today.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
But I know deep down inside, God not gonna give you nothing that He already haven't meant for you.
And, I truly believe, and this just America, this is just me, y'all. A lot of the people that I see in church, man, you full of. I'm just saying, some of the folks, because I think people like myself and you are more real about what it is and what we do, and we accept for what it is. I'm not sitting here preaching like I'm doing something, but on the back end, I'm not doing what I'm telling you to go to do.
Right.
I feel a lot of hypocrisy.
Right.
And just in society, I'm just not gonna say it, but in society, there's still a lot of hypocrisy. And for me, I try to live my life as closer to what you see. Right. I cuss like a sailor. Right. I do. But I know when and when not to.
There you go.
Now, depending on what temperament you get me in, it may be in the wrong situation. Depending on what I got to lose. If I ain't got nothing to lose, you may get it all.
Okay.
Forgive me. Forgive me, God.
I feel you on that.
I want to go here though, because what I wanted people to see in this interview, while I'm having coffee with you, Mary, thank you for having your time today. I wanted people to see you. I want people to see your family. I want people to talk about you. I want to see you with Big Daddy and your kids. I wanted people to know that you cared about them. That's why you went out there and worked. And the other part I wanted, hopefully they got out of this interview today, that they got a chance to see that, I think you told me you were 60. Almost 60 years old.
Almost.
Right. And you ran for mayor and you're still pushing. So I want women to see, like, man, look at this beautiful woman. You would never think, number one, she's almost in the 60s. You know what I mean?
Right.
And with all this energy, right? Hair all done up, you know what I'm saying? Sitting up here drinking coffee with your boy. Look at her. She's doing her thing. But I want people to understand we have coffees and conversations. This wasn't a campaign. This wasn't, to come in and trash the other opponent because we wish the other opponent nothing but the best. Him and his family. because I'm quite sure they still live where they live. And, it was a race. They ran their best race the best way they knew how. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And so now the race is over. Now it's time for unity. So hopefully, right, that everybody learns how to work together and get on the same page of what you and your team is trying to do. And if there's things that people don't like for that you're doing, have the nerve to sit there and talk to you about it. And as I call it on this show, TC, have the tough conversation.
Absolutely.
I want to go here with you, Mayor. Just a little bit of politics, because you are the Mayor of Tarrant. What should the people expect from you?
Transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Transparency. Honesty.
Mm-hmm.
If I can give you businesses, I will.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you've got to give me grace. You can expect transparency. You can expect 100% from me for that city for as long as I'm elected. I'm going to give you everything I've got. But I want, above all, for every action to be transparent. If we spend $5, you need to know it. And you need to know what we spent those $5 on. Those books are open. I want them to know how their city government works for them. There shouldn't be closed doors and where's the money and what's you need to know. If there's an audit, then I may not be the person to break that audit down for you as a citizen, but we're going to get it broken down where you understand. This is why we had to spend this money for this or that money for that. People, I found out during this race, a lot of people don't know how municipal government works. They have, they spending all the money. That's not exactly the truth. You have to spend money. You have bills you have to pay. You have to have bonds. It's things you have to spend money on. But when you can break it down and tell them, well, I'm going to use round numbers because I'm a banker. I had to spend $100,000 on this project, and this is why. And this is how it's going to benefit the city of Tarrant in the long run. I had to spend it now, but we'll make it up on the back end. If people understand those things, unless you're just a disagreeable person, I think you can get along and give the people exactly what they want. If just because we have 40,000 cars that come up and down 79 highway every day, does not mean we can get a Chili's. Because maybe Chili's isn't for our demographic. Maybe we can get an Applebee's or something. We want to see restaurants. Okay, well, we've got to have the demographic to pull those restaurants. And that's where my business degree comes in. I know how to rather than talk to these businesses. I know how to look at data. I want to be able to show them the data and break it down where they can see, okay, well, she was right. Well, we couldn't get this, but we got that instead.
I'm going to help you out a little bit here, Mayor, if you don't mind. Because I do understand this too. I've been doing this for a long time. You can want all day. You can have a mayor that's going out and got the right people. But if you guys are there acting a fool, tearing up the city, robbing, stealing, not doing the right stuff, those folks are not going to invest in your city. It has to be a team effort. Okay.
And it has to be a team effort on the dais. We can't go to council meeting and argue back and forth and blah, blah, this. And
you can't do that. Everybody, your job is going to be very difficult. I don't know how your city council is. I don't know how your city is set up. But I know it's very difficult for a new person to come in and try to get everybody on the same page, especially you have people that was doing things a one way a long time ago. Right. And they got their agendas and they have things that they got plans, and you got to try to figure out how to keep their stuff going while you're trying to get new stuff going, or they can't go have to get counsel. People don't realize the complexities of this. So I will explain it to all our listeners out there that's listening to this show right here. It's like we're going into a new marriage and you got kids that you don't know. You got to figure out how to make that work. Right. And everybody's not going to be happy at the end of the day. But you elected what you hope, you pray that you elected somebody that's going to do the best they can with what they have until they get what they need.
Exactly. Thank you. You put that so eloquently. You're right. You can want what you want. Yeah. But if we're up here acting a fool, and they're out there acting a fool, business is gonna shy away. Yeah.
And when it comes to investments, right? Would you invest your money into a place where you guys are not going to go spend money? Because nobody started a business not to make money.
Exactly.
So is there enough money to bring a Chili into Tarrant? Is there enough people that's going to go there 5 days a week or 4 days a week so they can pay their employees,
Exactly.
pay their franchise fees, pay their mortgage, and then be able to make money. See, people don't really they don't think about that because it's not their part. It's not they don't have to. If it's there, we just want the food. But because you don't have it there, I want to explain to people in good deeds and both terms that at the end of the day, it's about the bottom line. So in the lower end neighborhoods, which Tarrant falls sort of kind of in that position, right?
But we coming up.
You're going to come up. You're going to get there. But it's going to be steps.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
So the things that you're going to get there may not be what you see in other places, but as you continue to build, right? And the infrastructure is there. And I see they have a mayor right now who's very motivated to get those things done. But I would tell the people honestly, be patient.
Please.
And see what's going on. And I would ask you, with all due respect, Mayor, just keep in contact with the people.
I will.
Because a lot of times people get in after the elections are over and they go through city council and they tell you what was said in city council, but you don't hear from the people unless something big is. For me, that's probably one of the biggest problems in politics. And I know that you don't want to say too much when you in that position.
Right.
And that's why when you was talking, like, I don't know if I could ever do that because I am a talker. I love for people to know what we're doing, what's on my mind, to be visible. And that's not always the best thing to do when you're a mayor or you're a governor or you're the president of the United States. That's not always the best thing because talking too much without having all the information is not the best thing in the world.
Exactly.
So I'm wishing you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
But on this show, there's something that we want to do for you. Because I want to make sure that you understand that how much I'm proud of.
Thank
you.
My
team and and people around Birmingham are proud of. I know a lot of people who know you. So we get a little something on the show that I want to give you for becoming the mayor of Tarrant and for all the hard work that you put in and all the hard work you're about to put in. My team and I got together. And the one thing we want to do, we want to give you your flowers.
Oh, thank you. These are beautiful. Thank you. These are sunflowers. Sunflower. I'm not gonna cry. I have as the grandson. He's deceased. He was special needs. He loves sunflowers.
Oh wow.
God. He's proud of his grandmother.
Wow.
He loves sunflowers.
Wow.
That's Octavius.
That's Octavius?
That's God.
Wow.
Little things. That's how I know he's speaking to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Y'all gonna make me cry. I cried enough the last 3 days. Plus, I don't want to mess up my lashes.
But Mayor,
thank you so much.
You can complete me with the flowers. Congratulations on
Thank
everything
you.
you've done.
So
wishing you nothing but the best. Prayers to you. Hopefully we can get you back on the show after you got some things accomplished. Love to have you out there.
I'd love to come back. And I'd love to have you guys come out.
Yes.
If I may take just one little liberty, we
Stay
are getting ready for our Christmas parade.
Okay.
We'd love to have you come out.
Well, there it is. We're there.
And be a part of our Christmas parade.
We'll definitely
get a float, whatever you like to do.
Okay.
Be in our Christmas
parade.
It's December the 6th, Saturday, December 6th.
Well, I'm quite sure my team is listening. They'll put it all down and make sure that we find out what we need to do and we'll be there.
It's a Charlie Brown themed Christmas. So come on out and have a good time with.
Okay, I think
bring some of your coffee. They're having hot chocolate, but I'm drinking coffee.
I definitely bring some of my coffee. All right, guys. If they want to get in contact with you, Mayor, how do they get in contact with your office?
849-2800. That is City Hall. We are reworking our system. So right now, we don't have our voicemail. It's the old voicemail. Okay. You will press 1 to go directly to my office, or you can leave a message with the city clerk, or you can stop by City Hall and see me.
All right, y'all. It was an honor today for me to sit here on this show and talk to the mayor of Tarrant. We're wishing her nothing but the best, and for y'all to understand how important it is. She's the second woman on to hold that seat in that city. This is what we do on Coffee and Conversation, y'all. We make people tell. We have conversations. We try to make them cry. We didn't quite get her to cry today, but she almost cried. But she's seeing God working for her. All right, guys, you guys know how I feel about you, right? Thank you for sharing a cup of coffee with me today. Make sure you guys go out to our virtual, go Love You First page, donate your $7. Follow our page out there. And if there's somebody you know that's in need, share that link with them. Have them send us their story, inbox us their story, and we'll definitely make sure that my team gets it in. This month of November, we're gonna give it $100 to a special woman. So make sure you keep that stuff going. Thank you for all the donations we have got in the virtual cup of coffee for $7. Thank you guys so much for that. And until next week, y'all know how I feel about you, right? I love you. See you next week.